We've got one more surprise for you.
Oh, boy, here we go.
You've been doing this NASCAR thing for almost 50 years. One person who's been there every step of the way, your wife, Stevie.
Yep.
We asked her to write a letter to you to put this journey into perspective.
Dear Dee, 50 years of racing, 50 years of marriage, that's a long time for both, right? This life journey is hard to believe. We were such babies when we met. I was 16, you were 19 and a half. I had quite the crush on you. I was too young to date, but with friends, we'd go to the dairy drive-in for a Coke. 2 years later, my parents finally let me go out with you. They didn't know that I would sneak out with my best friend to watch you race at Whitesville. On our second date, you were running late due to an intense game of shuffleboard. Your race to pick me up ended when you flipped your 396 Super Sport Chevelle in my parents' front yard with flashing blue lights right behind you. My parents' first impression of you was you being put in a police car for a ride to jail. You've always been entertaining and memorable. Remember that I wasn't allowed to ride with you for a while? Despite that beginning and my plans to attend SMU in the fall, we were so in love that we got married 9 months later. One of your first races was the Talladega 500, and you led. You came in for a pit stop, hitting the steering wheel with both fists, hollering gleefully, "I'm leading the race, I'm leading the race." Not long after, with our families there, you won your first Cup race at Nashville. I'll never forget the huge smile on your face. That was the beginning of many wins. Two of our proudest moments came with the birth of Jessica Lee and Sarah Caitlin. At Martinsville, a few days after Jessica's birth, I had a rose put in your driver's seat with a note that said, "Win one for me, Daddy." That September day, you won your first race of the season, perhaps because you were so distracted by the happiness we shared as we awaited, after 18 long years, for our first baby. You were so dedicated that you even had morning sickness with me. 5 years later, Sarah Caitlin was born. A few days later, you were getting in the race car when an MRN reporter stopped you for an interview. At home in Franklin, I heard you say, "I love racing, but man, I wish I was home rocking that new baby." Dee, we have so many stories to tell. We won the Daytona 500 in 1989. You'd won a lot of races at Daytona, but the sport's most prestigious race always seemed to slip away. You weren't the fastest car that day, but you were dogged and competitive. I kept stats for you. Jeff Hammond came over to me and asked if we could go the distance on mileage. I calculated and recalculated. It was definitely questionable. I said to Jeff, "We know how to lose this race. Let's go for it." So we did, and though it was touch and go, we won.
Oh, I won the Daytona 500. I won the Daytona 500.
A terrific day. I'm so glad because it meant so much to you.
Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing at Daytona, boys.
When you retired from racing, we weren't sure what you would do. The Lord opened a door into the broadcasting booth that was filled with hard work, fun, new friendships, and countless opportunities. Your first race was emotionally charged.
You got it, you got it! You got it! That's right, brother!
Your brother Mikey won the race.
How about Dale? Is he okay? I just hope Dale's okay. I guess he's all right, isn't he?
And your buddy Dale lost his life. It was a mixture of raw emotions. I'll never know how you made it through that day, but you did. I've watched you, Darrell, make the complexion of the sport better just by being who you are. You've generously given me credit for the changes in you, but you've helped me to be a better person too. You are loved by many, especially little Louisa, who can't wait for more playtime with her granddaddy. We know that the Lord has never let us down, and that whatever He has for us now will be good and relevant. I love and believe in you more now than ever. I love you dearly, and I always will. So let's hurry home to Franklin. Love, your beautiful redhead.
Okay, that did it. I'm done. Jeff, I told Stevie that day, I said, honey, I had a police escort. She said, I thought they were supposed to be in front of you. So this lady right here, she's the difference maker in my life. My biggest fan, my cheerleader, and then my two daughters, Sarah Caitlin and Jessica Lee, come along, and it changed everything. It changed me. It changed the way I look at things, changed the way I felt about things, and my life's never been the same. And after today, my life will never be the same again, but I don't know what chapter 3 is. I just know there is one. I just don't know what it is yet. I don't have a plan. I'm a day-to-day guy. We'll figure it out.
So many stories, so many moments, so many memories. More race day straight ahead.